Hey guys, good morning. So today is Monday, June 18th, and I apologize, it's been a little while since I did a video update, but I'm still here, I'm doing fine, I just hadn't updated. So a couple things, I'm getting closer to my bariatric surgery. For those of you that don't know, I'm doing gastric bypass surgery, and my hope was they won't set a date until I'm I think it's 5 pounds within my goal as far as my pre-op weight, losing weight. So, and I'll get to that. I was hoping for late July, early August. So as I have had that goal in mind, you know, it's getting closer and closer, and now it's mid-June, and reality is setting in a little bit. So I had more of my pre-op testing done. So I went to the bariatric center and had my nutritional evaluation and my psych evaluation. So the psych evaluation was done with the therapist that I had been working with. I worked with her for about 6 months, and then we weren't really getting to, you know, some of the core issues and childhood issues. It was mostly talking about bariatric surgery, which of course I wanted to do, but I also know that I need to deal with the deep issues so that I don't feel compelled to use food after surgery to numb out. So, but we still have a good relationship, and so I met with her, and it was good to catch up. And so she asked me questions like, what do I believe the risks are for surgery? What are some of the benefits I'm looking forward to? I mean, she knows, my history, and so I think maybe my meeting with her was a little bit different than what, you know, someone else's might be, but so then I did this questionnaire on the computer, which was like, I want to say like 325 questions, and it was it had false, slightly true, mostly true, or very true as the answers. And there are those weird questions, so like, I don't do drugs, you know, false, slightly true, mostly true, or very true. And then there was also like, I have a lot of friends. I think people are truthful. So like, just questions like that. And then they would throw one in with you. So then they'd say, I don't do drugs very often. And so then it's like, true, I don't do drugs, but I don't do them at all, not very often. So anyway, they try to catch you. But so got through that, and then I had my nutritional evaluation with the dietitian at the bariatric center, whom I've met, and she's seen me at the support groups. I've gone to every support group since I've been in the program, and I wish they were more often. In fact, they're only once a month right now. But her and I talked, and I told her about the meal plan that I'm eating right now, which is higher protein with the carbohydrate, low carbohydrate being fruits, vegetables, and whole grains if I eat them. But it's been a while since I've really made like rice or pasta or anything like that. And so I'm trying to eat similar to how I will be eating after surgery, just obviously in larger quantities right now to keep me full. So I think she was pleasantly surprised by that. I mean, she did ask me, well, you eat a lot of produce, and I said, well, yeah. I mean, I want to have a healthy diet, and so that's what I'm doing. So that went really well, and she knows that I work with a nutritionist still, which I'm able to do with my eating disorder diagnosis. My insurance pays for me to see my nutritionist on a weekly basis, which is awesome. So my nutritionist actually has been in contact with the bariatric center and is kind of getting brushed up on what my diet will be after surgery and beforehand. So that went really well. I did talk to the therapist, well, she's a psychologist, Sarah, about talking to the surgeon about referring me to the WLSFA grant program. I don't need a full grant, but they do have partial grants, so I will be applying for that. And I'll tell you more a little about that in the end of the video. But I wasn't sure if that's something the surgeon would be willing to do, but in talking to Sarah, she said she's pretty sure that she would do that. So I should have an email when I get back to work about what she said about it. So I'm interested to hear about that. And what else? Yeah, it went really good. So my steps left towards surgery are: I have an endoscopy scheduled for Wednesday the 27th of June, and they will be putting me out under anesthesia for that. Normally they twilight people, but for me they're going to put me all the way out, and I'm not quite sure why. But I'm going with it. I kind of would rather be out. And I think it's kind of a good test run for surgery, for the bariatric surgery, because it's been a long time since I've been under anesthesia. I've only been under anesthesia one other time, and that was when I was about, I want to say 15. I had a tooth removed, so it's been a long time. And let's see, so having that done 27th, and then my doctor, the surgeon, wanted me to lose about 35 pounds. I've been working out consistently and eating really well, and the scale doesn't seem to be moving. I seem to notice like differences in my stomach and in my face, and slight differences, and I think that has a lot to do with the working out. So even though the scale isn't necessarily moving, I can tell differences. So but the surgeon did say, because I'm pretty flat on my stomach, so, which is where obviously, the surgery is going to be. So, and in feeling my liver and my organs, she said that she could tell that I had already lost a lot of weight on my own. So she's flexible on the 35 pounds. So that makes me feel good, because the scale just doesn't seem to be moving much. So endoscopy, lose the pre-op weight. I have FMLA available through my work. I'm going to be taking about 4 weeks off, so about a month off. And that's what the surgeon recommends. And so that's available after July 14th. So it has to be after, that date. And then the last thing is my out-of-pocket cost at the time of surgery is going to be about $3,500. So I thought that my dad would pay for it, and he had kind of hinted around that he would, and now that it gets closer, he doesn't seem to be agreeing with the surgery. And this is something I've wanted since 2007, and he's actually went to a pre-op visit with me in 2008 where he was going to pay for the lap band, and then it fell through, and that was $17,000. So and anyway, so I was really hopeful that my dad would help me with that, and now that it's getting closer, I'm starting to doubt it, and it's really weighing on my mind and making me upset. And so I looked more into the WLSFA program. I wouldn't want to apply for a full grant because I don't need a full grant, and I wouldn't want to take that away from someone else, because I have insurance coverage, and I've worked really hard to get this job and to get this insurance coverage. So but I talked with Antonia, and she said a partial grant is about $4,000. So my total out-of-pocket is going to be $7,000, but the $35,000 is what they need up front, and then they'll bill me for the rest. So I decided I wanted to apply for that. So I'm just waiting to hear back as far as the surgeon referring me, and then we'll go from there. So I don't know all the details about that. I don't know if because I want to have surgery in the next month or two, if the partial grant will go that fast. I don't know. I don't really have the credit to take out a loan or anything. I own a piece of property that I live on that I have an old manufactured home on, and my dad rents one of the warehouse and the barn that I have, and through his business, and that's what I make the payments on for the property. But since it's basically land and the house on it is not really worth anything, I can't refinance it, I can't take out any loans against it, it's just there. So that is frustrating. So yeah, I mean, my friends at work want to help me do some fundraising. So, but again, I feel asking other people for money for this reason brings up lots of shame, makes me feel horribly guilty, and just makes me feel terrible. I don't get that feeling with asking for my dad. I still feel bad asking for money from my dad, but I also feel like, you know, he's my dad. Whereas with strangers, you know, so I haven't decided if I want to do the fundraising thing or not, because it just makes me feel bad, and it makes me feel weak. Like I can't control my weight, so I'm asking others to help pay for weight loss surgery. So anyway, so that's I'd say that's the biggest thing holding me back right now, because it's just kind of the unknown. Like the others, I know I'm going to have the endoscopy. I know I'm going to lose weight, and if I don't lose weight, then the surgeon is still willing to work with me on it. I mean, I'm going to lose weight. I know I will anyway, because I'm continuing to work out. You know, July 14th is going to come and go, and unless I, God forbid, lose my job or get fired or something in that time period, but I would hope not. So it's just that money thing. So I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And so if you guys have any ideas or input on whether you think fundraising is okay, or I don't know, I'm sure you know what I mean. I just feel weird about it. So, but other than that, I mean, this is probably running long, but life is good, and met with my new therapist. I've seen her twice, love her. I think it's going to be great. So I'm really excited to work with her more, and yeah. So anyway, I will do an update sooner next time. I won't wait so long, and I'll let you guys know how the endoscopy goes. And oh, and I got my book in the mail. I ordered it on Kindle, but I got it in the mail too. The other thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be ordering a second copy to give to the bariatric program that I'm going to, because Sarah had 2 books on her desk that she recommends, which I already had. The first one is called The Emotional First Aid Kit for Bariatric Surgery, something like that. And then the second one is 50 Ways to Soothe Yourself Without Food, which I had seen that one a long time ago. But I told her about this book, and I said, this is important because this is fellow weight loss surgery patients that have had trauma and have dealt with it. And so anyway, so I'm going to be purchasing my second copy and giving her a copy. So that's it for now, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.